Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Inside Owl Athletics. I'm Justin Mahan. The field hockey team will return to the Little East Conference Championship game for the 5th year in a row after Wednesday night's win over Plymouth State. After tying it in the first half, the Owls looked to get the advantage early in the second. That advantage came from the hands of Jensen Danino as she takes a wraparound shot to lead Keene State 3-2. Looking to add the go-ahead goal, Jensen Danino sends a pass to Nina Bruno to score her 20th goal of the season and to increase their lead to 2. Panthers were able to bring the game back to within 1, but Kendall Brown's cannon shot past goalkeeper Olivia Bates gives the Owls the insurance they needed. Final tally was Keene State 5, Plymouth State 3. The Owls continue their strive for 5 on Saturday as they take on Westfield State in the LEC Championship match here at 1 p.m. The Owl volleyball team is moving on to play for the LEC Championship after defeating Eastern Connecticut Thursday night.
After a back-and-forth battle, Keene State was able to take the first 2 sets, but it wasn't until the third set that the Warriors were able to ramp up the intensity. It was late in the third set when Keene State was able to get back on track and were able to take that set 29-27. Final tally was Keene State 3, Eastern Connecticut 0. The Owls will head to UMass Boston on Saturday for the championship match at 1.
The men's soccer team's quest for an LEC championship has ended. The Owls fell on penalties against Western Connecticut State University Wednesday night. After 56 scoreless minutes, Luck Indahigwa put Keene State on top after capitalizing on a rebound shot from Promise Capee. With 13 minutes remaining, WestCon's Chauncey Allers chipped the ball up and into the net to tie the game up at 1. With no one scoring in overtime, the game came down to a penalty shootout. Promise Capee buried a shot into the upper right corner of the net to give the Owls the lead. But their efforts were ultimately denied as Western Connecticut was able to topple the Owls in the shootout 4-3. The women's soccer team came 1 game short of playing for a conference title after losing to Western Connecticut Thursday night.
Colonial struck first near the end of the first half with a corner kick goal off the head of Brooke Hellman. Just a few minutes later, Jenna Gentili found the back of the net to increase the Colonials' lead to 2. With about 18 minutes remaining in regulation, Katie Siligy tacked on a goal to bring the game back to within 1. But the Owls were not able to find the net again, and the Colonials took the match 2-1.
The Owls finished the season 11-8-1. Women's sports swept the Little East Conference Awards this week. Soccer player Katie Siligy earned Offensive Player of the Week after recording 5 points within 2 games. Those points included a game-winning goal in their victory over UMass Dartmouth Tuesday night. Freshman goalkeeper Shelby Offord took Rookie of the Week after posting a 1-0-1 record, .9 goals against average, and a .750 save percentage to close out the regular season. Field hockey goalkeeper Rachel Losby holds 2 awards this week. She earned goalkeeper and Rookie of the Week after totaling 18 saves in the team's 2-0 week. And volleyball's Riley Bunker was named Defensive Player of the Week after totaling 25 digs in their 3-1 victory over Plymouth State, giving them a share of the regular season championship. While the women dominated the LEC awards this week, the men racked up Owl Athletes of the Week honors. Men's soccer player Promise Capee was given the title after scoring a brace in the team's regular season finale. And men's cross-country runner Eid Sheikh Yusuf was named Athlete of the Week after placing 4th overall in the LEC Championship meet with a time of 22 minutes and 53 seconds. Congratulations to all of our Athletes of the Week. The men's basketball team is training around the clock to prepare for the upcoming season, but the team has a lot of new faces this year, which means Coach Ryan Kane has little more to do to get the team ready for the season. I talked with Coach Kane and asked him about his preparations for the newcomers.
The men's basketball team lost 6 experienced players from last year's roster, which leaves some big shoes to fill. And head coach Ryan Kane says that filling those shoes is of the utmost importance.
Just really on a daily basis, kind of learning from the things that we do on the court and some of the things that we need to improve upon so that we're playing our best basketball when that next game comes.
Kane is working with team chemistry and reintroducing everyone to the playbook. Sophomore Ben Olson is helping new players learn what they need to know and what it means to play basketball for Keene State.
Talking to them, hanging out with them, just getting to know them all around.
Coach Kane says that even though he is focused on acclimating the new athletes to college play, he's excited to see what they can bring to the table this season.
So it's been fun to get on the court and practice with this new group. It'll be exciting when we take the floor for the first time because, there's some unknowns. So it'll be exciting to see how we perform, the things that we've done well, the things that we need to work on.
The men's basketball team isn't the only team training with new faces this season. The women's basketball team is mixing in new faces with some key returning players. Here to tell us about the transition for the team is junior guard Emily McPadden. Emily, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So how's practice going so far?
It's going good. We have 4 freshmen, 12 players total, 8 healthy right now, which isn't ideal, but that's just the way preseason goes. But we have like 1 returning every other day, so. But it's been going good. It's definitely a learning process with such a young team. We only have 2 upperclassmen, so.
Now you mentioned it's a young team. There are a lot of new faces. How's the transition process for those new players?
We're taking it day by day. They definitely are taking it a little bit slower than the returners, but that's to be expected. Every freshman does that, and any other sports team will tell you that. It's just the learning process from going from high school to college sports. It's completely different.
Now, as one of the upperclassmen on the team, what are you doing to help with that transition process?
Definitely just taking it slow. Being a captain, I kind of have to be there for them and pick them up when they're down and just keep reminding them of the different play sets that we have and help them along with the process of learning them.
Now, we talked more about the incoming players and what they're doing. What are you doing to prepare for the season?
Staying healthy, first of all. And then just getting in the gym as much as I can, because I know that me and Sandy both have to be 2 key players this year. So we need to be there for our teammates, and we need to help the winning process.
Are there any goals that the entire team has set going into this season?
Definitely to win games, but also just to become a better team than we are right now as of today for practice.
Now, what are your personal goals for this season?
Definitely just to be a leader and help my teammates out, and they'll help me out too. Like, it's not just me helping them. But then at the end of the season, it's just to win 3 games and get that LEC championship back-to-back.
Emily, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
The women's basketball team kicks off their 2017 season on November 15th in a Battle of the Owls. They'll hit the road to take on Westfield State with tip-off at 6 p.m. Coming up, I have the updated playoff schedule in this week's Weekend Outlook. Fall sports playoffs are in full swing and winter sports are starting. The men's and women's swimming and diving teams face Boston College Friday afternoon at 5. And the field hockey team returns to the Little East Conference Championship game for the 5th year in a row. They'll take on Westfield State on Saturday beginning at 1 p.m. And you can catch that field hockey championship game along with all other Keene State contests through the Owl Athletics website. Just go to KeeneOwls.com, click on the Game Day tab, then select Live Broadcasts. Again, that's KeeneOwls.com, Game Day, then Live Broadcasts. Also, remember, fall sports playoffs means next games and locations are up in the air. Keep up with all the action on KeeneOwls.com. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Justin Mahan, and I'll be back next week with another edition of Inside Owl Athletics.